my name is Amy, and I'm going to speak to you about debt, a four-letter word. Americans own nearly $8 trillion in consumer debt, and that translates to 130% of your average disposable income. Debt used to be seen as somewhat necessary, but an undesirable way of meeting basic needs. But now it is seen as a sense of entitlement, to get what we want when we want it. We'll go in debt and pay for it on a credit card or something. Most debt is for education, personal loans, home loans, car loans, and of course the credit card debt. Debt can cause you to feel like a prisoner. The only way to true freedom is to be debt-free. And the reason I can speak to you about that today is because I am in debt and I am trying to get debt-free. According to an article that I read, America has been referred to as the vanguard of consumption, with a consumer culture that is bent on desiring, actively pursuing, consuming, and displaying goods and services to satisfy materialistic urges. We're buying larger houses with fewer people in them, and we're buying more cars with fewer passengers. We're quick to run up credit card debt and not pay it off monthly. So that results in finance charges and late fees, which results in more debt. A large percent of families' incomes are dedicated to debt repayment. This leaves only a little, if no money, left at the end of the month to pay for anything else. It's been shown that a high percentage of debtors are 60 days late in their debt repayments, and bankruptcy has increased by 40% in 2007. Individuals use bankruptcy as a means of protection from their creditors. 47% of millennials, they spend more than half their monthly income in paying off debt. That's a lot. 4 in 10 call themselves overwhelmed in debt. And 57% of U.S. workers have less than $25,000 saved. College loans, they're a huge source of debt for those that have gotten a secondary education. According to Lee in 2013, there's $1 trillion in outstanding student loan debt. The average debt load of a college student in 2011 was $26,000. That's a 5% increase from the year before. In 2005, it was found that 47% of people failed to repay their loans, or they defaulted on their loans, or they were delinquent on their student loans. Tuition costs continue to increase, but your starting salaries, they have decreased. Another source stated that the average income of a college grad, 25 to 34, was $50,000 with a debt load of $29,000. Unemployment for those kids that were 20 to 24-year-olds, 12.8% in 2013 and 6.3% for age 25 to 34. So what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to have a place to stay, transportation, and an education, right? We're supposed to be able to go out to eat. We're supposed to be able to go to the movies. We're supposed to have nice houses and cars, nice clothes and shoes, right? Well, we can, but we have to live within our means. And if you live within your means, you're not dependent on that next paycheck. So you need to work while you're going to school. It may take longer, but in the end, you'll be glad that you did. You don't have that huge college loan. Also, start paying attention to what you're spending your money on. Write it down. This is very interesting. I did this little graph, and if you get a bottle of soda or water, you get just 3 a week. You're going to spend $234 a year just on soda or water. If you go to Starbucks, we all go to Starbucks, you get a small, the tall, but it's the small. You get 3 a week, $624 a year. If you go to Chipotle, I love to eat at Chipotle, but eat there 3 times a week, $1,300. That's a lot of money that we could be saving. And then eating fast food, and I average that at a $6 meal, $1,000 a year that you're just spending on 3 meals eating out like that. And that's just fast food. That doesn't include your Applebee's and Chili's and stuff like that. So write down what you're spending your money on. Dave Ramsey, he's a New York Times bestselling author, and he's the host of the Dave Ramsey Show. I'm sure y'all heard of him. He says that we're a society drowning in debt. He has a 3-step process, and his first step is to save $1,000. Just have it in savings. Also, he says to pay off all of your debt except for your mortgage. And his 3rd step is to have an emergency fund that has at least 6 months of expenses in it. He says to budget carefully, cut up all your credit cards, use a cash envelope system for all your money, and when your money is left over, then you can start paying off your debt. And do it from the smallest to the largest, because if you pay off that small debt, you're like, yes, I have paid that credit card off, I am good to go. and then you move on up. It kind of gives you a sense of accomplishment. Another article said to start saving for retirement early. If you start saving at 25, just $3,000, you're going to end up with almost $500,000 at age 65. This is with a 6% increase. At age 35, you start saving $250,000. But at age 45, you wait $117,000. So you need to start investing for your retirement now. Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender." Therefore, if you are in debt, you are enslaved to that debt. In conclusion, I have given you ways that Americans are getting into debt on a daily basis. I have also shared ways to avoid debt and get out of debt by using the Dave Ramsey three-step process, investing for retirement early at an early age, and not living beyond your means. If you can live a debt-free life, it will give you the ability to do what you want in life. You won't be going to that job that you hate so much. So I've got to depend on that paycheck. It will give you a sense of freedom. Thank you very much.